Hey now, what's going on, everybody? This your boy, Mass Appeal, back again for another episode of the Two Areas with my guy, your weekend gardener, After Dark. It's your weekend gardener after dark. It's not your weekend gardener. This is the night version of your weekend gardener. But
The
we
dark
got the
side.
dark side.
The dark side.
We thank y'all for joining us tonight. Um, Basically, tonight's show is going to be about the plight of the black man. And we were going to do another show, but just a couple of current events that happened in the last few days kind of pushed us to change tonight's topic to the plight of the black man. But before we go down that rabbit hole, this weekend was another epic weekend for your boy. I was back home in Louisville for the Kentucky Derby, the 149th running of the Kentucky Derby, and I had a great time. I had a great time. We went to Derby on Thursday. That's like if you it's kind of hard to explain to people that haven't been, but like the Oaks Day, which is on Friday, that used to be the day that, like the local people would go to the Oaks on Friday. But as time has gone and the Oaks has grown and the Kentucky Derby always grows, so now they have Derby, which is Thursday. And that's kind of the day where all the local people go and, get really good seats and just watch the races all day and have a good time, drink mint juleps and smoke cigars and look at all the pretty ladies. And it was a good time. It was we a good time was had. I will say that a good time was had. Friday was the Oaks. One thing I can say about the Oaks
I'm
is
sorry. Explain to me what is the oats. I'm
the
outside.
Oaks is like the Kentucky Derby, except it's for girl horses. The
Got
girl
it.
horses run in the Kentucky Oaks, and the boy the boy horses run in the Kentucky Derby. Now there have been fillies that have ran in the Kentucky Derby. So there have been
Didn't know
fillies
that.
that have run in the Kentucky. A filly is a female horse, like a mare is a male horse. I think. I could be
Okay.
wrong, but yeah, the fillies run on Friday at the Kentucky Oaks, and my brother put a bet in and won over $400.
Sweet.
Now me, this will take. I mean, I think in all my years of going to the Kentucky Derby, I think I've won 3 or 4 bets. But this is usually how it goes. So it was the ninth race. We were betting on the ninth race, and I bet an exacta. I bet an exacta of 246, and I bet like the 12 horse to win and like the 10 horse to win. How come the exacta came up 357? So yeah, that's the type of luck that I have. So I missed out on. I bet all even horses and yeah, all odd horses came in, but in the same realm of where I was. Yeah, man, this type of stuff that happens to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get to hang out with my mom. It's always good when I get to hang out with my mom.
Facts.
She sent me home with a chocolate cake and
You know that's my chocolate cake, right?
the cake is gone, and and a pound cake. That
Yeah.
chocolate cake,
One of
chocolate,
those was mine.
the chocolate cake, man. It was about. I'm not even gonna lie. About 10 pieces of chocolate cake. I think I ate all that cake in probably 2 days.
Don't make no sense. That's a crying shame.
Man, that's why I can just. I mean, I work. I think I just work out just to burn the cakes off that my mother sends home. But I still got pound cake. But yeah, I'm going back for Mother's Day, so I'm not coming back with any cakes when I go back this time. I can't do it.
Man, you need to have mom's dry ice me a cake. Send it through the UPS.
Man, man, you gotta come to Louisville to get that cake.
Dry ice, man. It'll be here in 2 days.
I'll see what she say.
Yeah.
But Current events that happened this past week.
Oh, hold on, wait.
What's
Time
that?
out.
Okay.
Now,
You
at
got
the
some
Derby,
derby. You got some more derby questions?
yeah, at the Derby, well, not a question, but a statement. Maybe you know. But I heard 2 horses died.
7 horses died.
God dang.
2 horses. One trainer had 2 horses that died, and they suspended him.
What happened? Steroids?
Man, they don't know. Like one of them had like some musculoskeletal something, and
That's crazy.
work phone. One like broke an ankle.
So they had
Another one did something to the and they basically when they take them off on the. If you see a big old horse ambulance come onto the track, yeah, they're taking that horse to euthanize it. So yeah, 7, and they had a big story about that in the newspaper where they were talking about, is it really worth it? You know, I mean, 7 horses in a week of racing.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised Peter ain't jump on them.
Hey, man, that's one thing I will say. I don't think they've ever had like probably outside or something, but I don't think Peter has ever did no demonstration at the Kentucky Derby.
That's surprising. Because they'll jump on somebody who got a coat, but they won't talk.
It's not really surprising. They might try, and then Louisville's finest start walking up with them billy clubs,
them shiny nightsticks with the Murphy's oil soap on them.
But
one more question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
One more. I saw a video where they had some wild animals fighting.
Oh, you talking about those white guys that was fighting in the
and the
lady. Somebody sent me that video, man. That one white guy's eye, man, I don't know. I think he got hit with a bottle because his whole eye was bloody.
Man, that's why you can't have animals with normal people. You can't have animals with normal people.
Man, there you go, man. But yeah, the video was on World Star today. The whole video. So I don't know. The guy that was in the red that was getting held on the ground, I think he bloodied that dude's eye.
I saw an eye.
And then I saw a fist come from the side and cracked him in the jaw when he fell back into the black dude's
I saw
arms.
that. That was funny.
I mean, it wasn't even a hard blow, but the way he fell back into the dude's arms, I was like, he looked like he got cracked hard. And then when he got hit in the jaw, it was over with. And then I guess it was his girlfriend that came over. She tried to crack somebody, and
yeah, man. Tell you, man, you can't have wild beasts out with regular folks.
But hey, man, I'm gonna be honest. That was Thurby. I told you, the local people. Usually that type of stuff happens in the infield. They have the mud pit, and that stuff happens in the infield. But I don't even think it used to be a mud pit in the infield because it would rain every year. And people would be out there sliding in the mud, and
I think it was
fights, and usually the fights and all this stuff happens in the infield. But I
think it was too much Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nah. It wasn't. It was no Pabst Blue Ribbon being drunk, and no, there was a whole lot of mint julep. Now, it was a whole lot of mint julep drinking. I think I drank about 4.
Okay,
maybe 5, but I only ended up with 3 glasses. So I don't know what happened.
What happened to the other 2?
Yeah. But it was a great time. Got to hang out with my homeboys. Dressed nice.
No cape this time, right?
I didn't wear the cape. What's going on, bud? How you doing, man?
What's up, bud?
I didn't wear the cape. The cape was asked about. I had to put a video on Instagram talking to Mr. Cape. Mr. Cape, I put him in the cleaners. I was supposed to look. Mr. Cape is in the cleaners.
No top hat.
I'm not sure when I'm going. I got to get a new top hat. I still got that one top hat, but I think I crunched it a little bit when I moved.
Probably that rabbit trying to get out.
It wasn't a rabbit trying to get out. It was something else. Something else trying to get out that hat.
You're a wild boy.
But yeah, I didn't. Now the one party that everybody was going to, I left. I left Sat after the race. I kicked it with my mom for probably another hour, and then I got on the road because I did not want to be tempted to go to the party that everybody was going to because it was $250 to get in, and
So
yeah, I didn't want to be. I mean, I had people hit my home. Everybody had been asking me all day for 2 days, and it like it was not gonna stop. It was like, come on, you got it. We can go. And I was like, yeah, I got it, but I ain't trying to. Man, I don't know, man.
I can think of 250 other things to do with $250.
I can think of 200. I can think of 200 stuff that I could do for my business. That $250 will go a whole lot
Man,
further.
you
So
know,
man, I wanted to go. I wanted now next year, the 150th. Your weekend garden, I need you to plan on going to the Kentucky Derby next year. It's the 150th. It's the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby.
is it safe, man? Because you got the wild animals fighting.
Oh, you look like Gorilla Monsoon. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you, man.
They got me worried and scared.
But yeah, a good time was had at the Kentucky Derby, the Kentucky Oaks in Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Money was made. Drinks were drinking. Drinks were drunk. Cigars were smoked.
Pictures was taken.
Pictures were taken. I got it was a whole lot of sexual harassment going on. There was a lot of sexual harassment going on at the Kentucky Derby.
So the women were bothering.
There was a lot of
men.
grabbing.
So
a
the
lot
women,
of ladies.
ladies grabbing men.
Doing a lot of grabbing. I mean, men, you could point, you could do, hey, you look nice, your head, but the women were actually accosting, grabbing, frisking.
Yeah, it's 2023, man. You can't look at women.
Kentucky's different. Kentucky Derby is different. When women get those mint juleps in them, it's different. Yeah, it's different. But the current events that happened the last week were the reason that we're gonna have discussion we're gonna talk about tonight.
Yeah.
And the first current event that we're gonna talk about is the Michael Jackson impersonator that was murdered, was deleted, whatever, just is good for YouTube.
They're saying it's homicide versus the M word, and they're saying which one is it? And
no. They said that it was a homicide.
Yeah, I know, but people were saying
he was murdered. So he was murdered.
Yeah, he was. Well, they have to say a homicide because they don't want their folks to go to jail for a long time.
That was a murder.
It was.
He held that man. I mean, for a man to get held in the chokehold for upwards of 6 minutes because he wanted some food.
15 minutes. It was 15.
It hurt me. It hurt me.
I'm gonna pose this question to you or anyone in the audience if you want to answer. If Mike Tyson or George Foreman go to a party and they punch out a regular Joe, will they get the same charges if you punched out a regular Joe?
No, because their hands are registered.
Exactly. So how come this Marine who was taught deadly skills ain't getting the same thing?
I mean, he should be because their hands are. Just because they're in the, depending on what unit or whatever, his hands is registered too.
Yeah, they're trained. They're trained. They're actually technically they're trained killers.
They're trained killers.
Yeah, military.
They're trained killers.
Yeah. So, the main thing that burned. Okay, we're in a society where everyone thinks they're Channel 5 News. What's up, Black Money?
What's going on, Black Money? How you doing tonight, brother? Man, I was watching your videos this weekend, man. Hey, you was out there, man. You was out there this weekend in the VA, man. In VA Beach. Yeah. I saw your videos, brother. I commented
But
on a couple of them, man. But yeah, man.
see, my issue is in the society we live in now, people tend to pull out camera phones. You know, and I'm quite sure this is what's disheartening. Nobody
helped you.
You got one of them
People just watched.
choking out us. Then you got some idiot that was grabbing his arm so he couldn't get the dude off his neck. And then everybody's filming. Not one person went up to the dude from the other side and beat the brakes off of him or choked him out for choking dude. That's what should have happened. He should have been stomped. I don't know why they let that dude up.
Somebody should have said, get the chokehold off of him.
There's a move that I've been trained on working at the group home where you could take your knuckle like this and place it behind the mandibular. And if you hold someone like this and press this, anything they're doing, they're going to freeze up. Why does someone just jump on that dude to say, enough is enough, man? 15 minutes? Are you serious? Just because this dude is yapping at the mouth?
Hey, man. The man said he was hungry. Dude said that he felt threatened. He felt threatened by a man saying he was hungry.
I'm trying to figure out
where the transit police were. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got an emergency intercom on there. He could have jumped on there and said, "Hey, man, we got a person on this."
I'm trying to figure out why these folks always deem themselves or deputize themselves as officers. Like, I gotta jump in here and save the day. You know, they're always trying to tell us. They're always telling us where we can go, where we shouldn't be. This ain't your neighborhood. Why are you delivering packages here? I'm gonna call the police, or I'm gonna citizen arrest you. And it's like, who keeps deputizing these wild animals to act like the law?
They deputize themselves, man. It's carrying culture.
I want to know where the goons are. Where the goons?
It's carrying culture, man.
But we still got goons. Where the goons at? Somebody. I know they brought this dude into the station and they questioned him. The crazy thing
let him go. Then they let him go. Then they issued an arrest warrant for him after the coroner ruled it a homicide.
If I would have,
like money, you ain't lying.
If I would have put my arm around someone's neck, being the hue that I am now, and they look like this, they wouldn't even wait for a film. They wouldn't wait for an investigation. They'd be like, "We heard you did it, so you're going to jail."
Hey, man. I done seen instances where don't nobody say nothing about the initial whatever said or whatever goes down. Nothing is said until the retaliation starts and the person that was aggressive in the beginning starts to get their tail whooped.
You know what I'm mad about, man? I'm mad at the goons allowed that dude to walk off the train. I'm mad that I don't want the guy arrested. I don't want him to serve time. I want the goons to take care of him.
You talking about all these dudes? You talking about what they're gonna do and they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that?
I'm talking about all those hardcore members of gangs that be walking around messing with their own people. You know, you got all that energy to mess with someone who looks like you, but you get someone that comes in your neighborhood and they don't look like you and they disrespect your people, and y'all let that dude walk off the train like that. And y'all, hey, If I wore the wrong color, you come after me, but you won't get that dude. I'm supposed to wear red and I got blue on, and you gonna come after me for that stupidness, and you let this dude just slide off the train and walk home. Man, it's
See
a
what Black
crazy
Money,
world.
see what Black Money said. Yeah, Black Money, the goons only kill us. They run from the other folks.
Ain't that crazy? Them other folks can come in your neighborhood and pee on your doormat, and you ask for another one.
I done seen goons turn into choir boys.
Man, you got to be a complete sucker to keep messing with your own folks, but you let these folks come in your neighborhood and choke you out. Whatever.
I mean, yeah.
I was watching. I was watching a clip of those Klan members on Fox News, and it was real. And the first thing they did was they went into the dude's history. Well, he has 44 aggravated assaults, and he has a charge on this, and he got this and this and this. The dude got deleted, and you don't talk about the Marine and all his back stuff, all his stuff. You want to go to the victim and talk about, oh well, he had.
No, but listen to this. Listen to this. I can't tell you one thing about that Marine that choked that dude out.
He's 24.
They haven't put no information out about him.
And they always do that. Oh, he's such a model citizen, and he has a degree from MIT, and he's going places. He's a criminal. He was a criminal that he shouldn't have been allowed to walk off that subway platform, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like Money said, the Klan said we put them out of business.
We do.
So some stuff you can't blame on the man. You can say it's a product of what the man has done to us, but the man ain't putting in some cases they are putting guns in people's hands, but they're not putting the battery in these people's back. It's something else that's putting their. I don't understand it, man.
I got a question. Why do they equate a chokehold with a restraint? Oh no, it wasn't a chokehold, it was a restraint.
Because that's how they used to restraining us, man. Restraint is kill.
Restraining is grabbing someone's arm so they can't get free. You don't grab a neck. That's not a restraint.
Depend on what definition. It depends on whose definition of restraint you talking about.
Well, if I got my arms around someone's neck, they're gonna call it a chokehold. If someone got their arms around my neck, it's a restraint.
They was restraining them.
Yeah, they was restraining me with a chokehold. But it's not a chokehold, it's a restraint.
That dude weighed 150 pounds.
Sometimes I think about how people sleep at night. Imagine being that person who held that dude's arms when he was trying to get air in his body.
Man, them people ain't losing no sleep, because if only way they would lose some sleep is if they was telling that man to stop choking him and he didn't. But they aided and abetted. They should be charged with they should be charged with murder too. But we've been on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter.
No Instagram, huh? We ain't on the gram?
Yeah, it's on the gram too, but I'm about to cut them off. Y'all got to come over here to YouTube because I might accidentally say something. So come on over to YouTube and dialogue with us. We already over here dialoguing in the comments. I wish I could see if people are leaving comments in Facebook, but I can't, and Twitch and Twitter. But really, those feeds were to get the people that follow me on those platforms. But the intent was for them to come over to YouTube. So YouTube only, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm cutting y'all off.
And just to answer, I don't know if it's a question Black Money said about us deleting ourselves. Crime is usually proximity. So whoever your proximity, that's who you tend to do crime against. You know, if you them other folks and you live in a trailer park, your crime is going to really center around your community of folks. You're not going to come on our side to commit a crime. You get what I'm saying? So they kill them. They delete themselves too, just like we do ours. You know, it's a crime. Crime is proximity.
But the things that we, I mean, I would say that the things that there's no reason that anybody should ever murder somebody.
No, absolutely.
But some of the reasons,
maybe in self-defense.
And some of the reasons are very, very trivial.
Yeah.
Of the reasons that Black people delete each other. Some of the reasons are so trivial that it's. I was looking at a video. I was looking at something about this rapper, and he got killed over a piece of candy.
Yeah.
He took a Jolly Rancher. He took a Jolly Rancher off the table, and it was some dude's Jolly Rancher, and he took offense to the dude taking his Jolly Rancher, and he deleted it. Over a Jolly Rancher. So you can, you know, we can say these things about the man and the conditions and things like that, but he didn't put the battery in the back to go kill each other. He may have came up with the philosophy and the ways to make it happen in terms of the projects and the inner city and things like that, but you gotta have that. You gotta have the will in yourself to go out there and do that. So
yeah, but you know what some of this stuff is though, for real, dude, is I look at the psychological part of why people do what they do because I'm in that field.
Yeah,
and when you have decades upon decades upon decades of sitting back in a dark room plotting the demise of a certain group of folks, and you have psychologists sitting around trying to figure us out, what makes us tick, what doesn't, and all that stuff. And they start, you know what? We develop crack. So if we put it in their neighborhood, they're going to wipe each other out. Hey, you know what? If we don't have them have homes all over and we keep them in this one little area, we can control them. And then you get to the point where you got all this redlining, you got all this gym.
Yeah, but the redlining goes even further.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of like the salaries that people make.
Yeah, it's the mental.
It's a cap.
Yeah.
If they know how much money you make, they know what neighborhoods you live in. They know what neighborhoods you live in. They know where the police. Yeah, if you got a whole bunch of people, if you got 40% of your population in a city that works for one manufacturing company, and you know how much that manufacturing company pays their employers, and you know who works for that manufacturing company, you know where those people live at.
Yeah, pretty much. Or where they can afford to live at.
So if I just put a cap on what you can make and pay you enough to keep you in check,
mm-hmm.
I know that there's only certain pockets and areas that you can live in, and I know where you live at, so I know how to police you.
Yeah.
That's why you can go to some suburbs where there's not a large subsection of Black people that live there, You might not even see a police all day. And then there's some places you go in the city, you're gonna see a police every 5 minutes, every 3 minutes, because they're riding that beat. It's a beat. There are no beats in the suburbs.
Yeah. Well,
So,
the poor tend to get hammered the most because they can't defend themselves.
right, right.
It's
It's
easy
like
tax. It's tax revenue.
that's like DC. DC got the red light cameras. They got the stoplight cameras. They got the speed cameras all over DC. But if we go up past Connecticut Avenue, you don't see all
And that's because the poor are a tax revenue.
That's because them people up above Connecticut Avenue, they'll go to their city councilman and say, nah,
Yeah.
if you don't get this stuff stopped, we're gonna vote you out of here and we get somebody in here that will stop it.
Yeah. Did you heard a few years ago how much the speed cameras? It was like 3 speed cameras in DC, and they were getting like $1 million a year.
I know exactly. You talking about the one that's over by the water company?
Man,
the one that's over by the water treatment facility.
Yeah, they was racking up.
That thing say 65 miles per hour, and then it goes down to 45, and the light, the camera to take your picture is right there past that. Man, come on.
And it says construction, and they got a
construction zone, so they doubled. Hey man,
there's no construction.
They can only do that in the hood.
I know.
Yeah, man, $1 million to the point where the news was like, "Is this here purposely so that y'all?" I mean, really? I mean, when they talked about it, they talked about how those fees, those red light, red cam, those fees are in their budget.
Yes, ain't that crazy? All that camera is a lazy fat cop.
It's a lazy. It's
a lazy fat cop.
Do your police work.
It's a lazy fat. It's a lazy fat cop that you don't have to pay.
But what I'm saying is, you don't see that stuff. You don't see that stuff up above Connecticut Avenue in DC. You don't see that over there by what's the park? What's that park that's up by Georgetown?
Lexington?
No, the park, that big park. It's up the Parkway. You don't see none of those. What I'm saying is, you don't see any of those. You don't see any of those driving restraints in affluent neighborhoods. They put that stuff.
Man, I can't even drive in DC, man. I was like looking around, man. I'm like, look, this is crazy. Speed limit is like 25 or something like that.
Hey, man. For all that money they give, they don't do nothing for the streets. That's for sure.
That is facts.
But the next current event that we wanted to talk about was what happened in Allen, Texas. Now, what happened in Allen, Texas is kind of like a byproduct of, I can't even say it's a byproduct because it was the 199th mass shooting, and they classified mass shooting as more than 4 people getting shot in one instance. So since January 1st of this year, there's been 199 of those occurrences.
Not deaths, but occurrences.
Not deaths. Oh, it's been way more deaths than 199.
Ain't that crazy?
But there's been 199 shootings where at least 4 people done got shot.
Yeah. But it's the video games. No, wait.
I'm not gonna say that.
It's TV. No, wait. It's it's something irrelevant.
Right. It's always gonna be something than what it is.
It's the mental health.
But what's crazy is, this is what I meant by what happened in Allen, Texas is a byproduct of what we're talking about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Because now white supremacist groups, basically, they are targeting and taking applications or whatever the process to join from immigrants. Because this dude that shot these people in Allen, Texas, has swastikas all over his body, and he's Spanish. He's of Spanish descent.
And that has nothing to do with Germany. Go figure.
It's nothing to do with Germany. But not only was he of Spanish descent, the guy that the Proud Boys, isn't he Spanish as well?
Yeah, Enrique, that idiot.
So that's what I don't understand, man, is white supremacy is growing to they're accepting immigrants into their ranks. They're not even accepting them into their ranks, they are leading in the ranks. So it's
sound like they convinced him to be a scapegoat.
You think they convinced him to be a scapegoat?
Oh yeah, it wasn't us. It was him. It was a Hispanic dude. It wasn't us.
Hey man, I will say this. They said this Spanish dude had swastikas tattooed on him. Now I know that there are some Spanish people that don't have a dislike for black people, but I have never in my life heard a Spanish dude with no swastikas.
I know.
That's German with no swastikas tattooed on him. But this dude jumped out of his car and just started shooting people, man. My thing is what is going on in America that is driving immigrants to white supremacy?
Well, when everyone comes over here, they're supposed to be against us.
That's the way it looks.
Hey, you could come here, but don't talk to them folks over there. Don't talk to them. Don't associate with them.
But don't associate with us, but copy us, dress like us, talk like us, walk like us, grab your Johnson like us. I mean, just don't be us.
Yeah, just don't be don't be like them.
And that goes into what we were talking about tonight, which is what is the plight of the black man? And we were having a discussion before we talked, and we were saying, is the plight of the black man on an upward trajectory, a downward trajectory, or is it just status quo? I don't know. Maybe somebody that's in here with us can what is the plight of the black man? Where are we going? There's a lot, we keep on seeing these discussions about relationships and all of that, and that's good. But if we ain't going nowhere, the relationship is it's the furthest from what I'm even trying to. It's a war against us.
It is. Because we're a threat. Or at least they perceive us a threat. And I think
we just want to. We're not a threat. We want to live the American dream like
in their mind. We're going to pay them back for what they did to us. In their mind, I can give 2 squirts of piss about them. Give me my money and leave me alone. Give me my money, leave me alone. I don't want to come after you. I don't want to pay you back. Give me my money, leave me alone. If I go over there, don't say, I wonder what they're doing over there and come over. Nah, stay your butt where you in your own yard. Don't bother me. Don't try to set me up. Don't try to stop me from getting a loan. Don't try to stop me from getting a house, a car, walking down the street, a cookout in my backyard. Leave me alone. Give me my money. Leave me alone. This tea is the bomb.
So the Second Amendment, is that for everybody?
No. Reagan told you that when the Black Panthers showed up on legally with guns at the Capitol, and Reagan changed the law. Nah, it ain't for everybody.
So the Second Amendment. So is it selective? I mean, when it comes to black men, is it selective? legislation. I mean,
You
we
know
don't
what?
have a. What I'm saying is, on that level, we don't have enough African American or legislators who agree with what forward-thinking Black people are trying to do. So, if we don't have enough constituents or leaders legislatively to fight that, what are we left to do?
You know, going back to what you said about the mass shootings, if you ever want to change the laws in America, let us carry a lot of guns and then the laws will change legally. Let us legally carry guns. Let us open carry like y'all do.
Well, you can. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You can do that in Kentucky. I got plenty, and I will say this: I got plenty of Black homeboys that, yeah. But is that a good thing? Is it a good thing that people have to walk around with a pistol? Is that a good? Is that even though even though you got the right to do it and you can do it? Is that really a good thing that everybody is walking around with a pistol? Some people will say, yeah, because ain't nobody gonna mess with you.
Well,
But there are some people that are unhinged.
but if you have everyone, let's just say hypothetically, if everyone carried a gun, technically you will have less riffraff because people who carry guns illegally, they prey on people who think that don't have a gun. They don't prey on people who actually got a gun on their hip. Say, I wonder if I could take his money and stuff. No, they leave dude alone because it's a chance that they don't make it home.
And I'm gonna tell you something. And I explain this to a lot of people when I have conversations with them. That's one thing that you don't see a whole lot of living in the DMV. You don't see a whole lot of people fist fighting and stuff. And
They're too soft.
no, not that they too soft. You don't know who you going. You don't know who is what in DC. You don't know who is what. You don't know who is what. You don't know who know what. People are calm in DC, man. It's too many military people walking around, man. You don't know who know what, man. And yeah, man, you don't have a whole. That's one thing about DC. You don't have a whole bunch of people arguing and talking and fighting in public like that because you might run up against somebody's special forces. You might run up against a SEAL. You might run up against a trained killer. So people just more receptive to walking away from situations in the DMV area than a lot of other places because, like I said, you got a whole bunch of military people walking around, CIA, and you don't know who is what. You don't know who you mouthing off to.
Yeah.
Whereas in other places, everybody's tough, but everybody tough in their mind.
The internet tough.
Yeah, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment in the chat. We got Black Money and Marshall. They having a discussion in the chat. Come on, join us, talk with us because we are trying to talk about solutions. The conversations that we have are solution based. Maybe that's why we don't have a lot of people that watch us because
we ain't fighting.
Yeah, we ain't arguing.
We're not having a YouTube battle royal.
Hey man, now I ain't gonna even front. Shout out to my homeboy Razor Rays. Razor Rays has turned into the Jerry Springer of YouTube. It's a whole lot of arguing going on, and Razor Rays is the ringleader.
Look, did he move up to Steve Wilco yet, or he's still Jerry Springer?
No, Razor Rays, he's on his way to Steve Wilco status because it's been a week of arguments on this page. It's been hilarious. It's been hilarious. Razor Rays, shout out to Razor Rays. Shout out to Razor Rays.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's what we do on this channel was we build for solutions.
Yeah.
But
you know what though, man? It goes back to a couple of shows we did back. If you go back a couple of weeks, this kind of ties in to us as far as should we consider leaving this place? I mean, to me, that's a solution. I know there were some people on Facebook's like, nah, this is my home. I'm not going nowhere. And I'm like, to each his own. I'm tired of fighting with them
Yeah, and
folks.
that's why I was saying we as black people, we don't have a homeland. So
Yeah.
you're gonna go where you're comfortable. Now
Yeah.
you would want us to have a homeland where we could all go and somewhere in Africa or something like that, but we can't come together on nothing. We most definitely ain't gonna come together on a homeland to go to.
That
So
is true.
I
But
think
you know
that's
what,
out, I think that's out the cards.
dude, I don't move with the masses. I move at my own pace. You know what? I say this to the folks that want to stay and all that. Do you? There's no group thing. Like Marshall said, get on that plane, get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah. I mean, and we talk about this stuff all the time. I mean, that's basically that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm working towards. Nightbot. Man, Nightbot done pulled the belt out on Marshall, man. What
Oh,
Marshall doing?
Nightbot doesn't like
Spamming.
emoji. It's called emojis, but it's spammy. It's called spammy.
We'll be all right. Chill
Yeah,
out.
like they don't like a whole bunch of smiley faces that put that warning up.
But I'll post this to Black. I'll post this to Black Money. He's in the Black Money. Do you think the plight of the black man is on an upward trajectory, a downward trajectory, or it's just status quo as it's been? Yeah, we can't get past. I mean, and we can't get past light skin, dark skin. You got people say this is he's acting light skin. That's a dark skin dude. I
But
don't.
see, that's more funny than anything else.
It's funny.
That's
I didn't have
that's
people
bringing
telling me
light.
I act dark skin, so I don't man. I don't know. I mean, this is our land. You're right. You're right, Black Money. This is our land right here, but it's not our land.
Yeah, because right now we fighting with one hand behind our back. It's not a fair fight.
Man, we might be fighting with our feet, man. We might have both hands tied up.
Yeah. So you know what? I mean, whoever want to stay here and fight with them folks, go have at it. I don't even want to sully my mitts on them.
So what do you think is the plight of the black man?
The system. The system. The systems. There's two justice systems.
So basically, you said it's rigged. You're saying in America, the plight of the black man, it can't be good because everything's rigged against us.
It is, man. It's a race to the 100-yard line.
We outside the stadium.
The starting line, and they're at 99.
We outside the stadium. We outside the stadium. We outside the stadium.
Yeah. But you know what, though, man? I look at it this way, man. Them folks ain't that smart. All this abuse that they're doing to us, and we're still maintaining a certain level.
I mean, yeah.
Look at all the beatings, the hangings, the water hose, the shooting, the burning down the neighborhoods, and guess who's still standing?
All our leaders been killed.
Yeah, but we're still standing. And this is why they fight so hard to get immigrants against us to join their side, because we got to be brought to heel, to fall in line, and we don't fall in line. We the kind of folks that go to a job and say, F the manager. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. You know that. You've been at work and had them folks say something off the hook instead of going like this. You said something. We still standing.
But the thing, yeah.
We still standing.
We still standing, man, but You want to live.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to be left alone.
You want to live with no inhibitions.
I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone.
And it's kind of hard.
It is.
And it's probably gonna cause some controversy,
But that's my middle name.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they basically said how we big up MLK, Martin Luther King, but basically his dream
Set us up. I'll
his
say
dream,
it.
his dream was the downfall of black people.
I'll say it.
His dream was the downfall of black people. Because before he wanted to integrate and eat at the same lunch table and eat at the food, black people were thriving. Black restaurants were thriving. Black business was thriving.
Mm-hmm.
But with that integration, Big Mama's restaurant had to close down because everybody wanted to go eat at Woolworths. Or the black taxi drivers didn't get any more rides because black people won't ride the bus. So I don't know. I don't know how to look at that. I do know that with integration, black businesses went. But I don't know if you can put all the blame on Martin Luther King.
Well, like I said, man, everything's psychological if you think about it. You have a perceived leader that says glorious words and convince the masses to go to the left instead of to the right where we should go. Case in point, we had a modern day MLK, Obama, that fake Negro. Yeah, I said it. Everybody worship the ground he walk on. That dude ain't even black, and y'all following behind him. He ain't black. He's an African American.
Hey man, I saw a video the other day where what's the dude? Tesla.
Yeah, that idiot.
Who
everybody thinks they think he's a genius.
He isn't African American.
But he's from South America.
He's from South Africa.
Yeah, I mean South Africa. Yeah,
he's an African. So what I'm saying is there are a lot of non-melanated people that are coming over here and saying that they're African Americans.
Yeah. But what kills me is that we call them black. Like when everybody kept calling Obama. No, everybody kept calling Obama black. Like he's black man.
I don't even call myself black.
Yeah, I call myself black. I'm not African American.
I don't call myself that neither.
Yeah. I'm a black man, period. No Afro, no African American, black man. That's how I identify myself.
But you saying you black, man, that's an inanimate object, bro.
I'm inanimate then. I'm still a black man.
No. Black is a color.
I'm a color then.
No, brother. You more than a color. I'm not even gonna let you denigrate yourself like that.
Nah, that's not a denigration to me. That's like a high level to me. High level to me. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter.
Okay, well you're a warrior, but then but you're not a color. You're a warrior.
Can't put that on my application though. That's not one of the categories.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not even gonna front you. I used to click other.
I did it once or twice.
No, I used to do it all the time. I've been independent since I was 18, and I used to click other.
Yeah, I probably start putting Pacific Islander if I ever went for another job. I mean, are they really reading it?
Damn, okay. Damn, Pacific Islander?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they really reading it?
Walk around this bad boy with a dashi what's that thing they be walking around with?
That cat, hold on, I'm sorry.
Skirts, some little skirts y'all be wearing.
Man, I'm sorry. That cat said he's peppermint stripe.
Who said that?
Your boy.
Peppermint striped.
That's what he's gonna put on his resume, on his application.
Hey, what's peppermint? What you got in you?
I'm serious. Do they actually even check?
I mean, I put other.
Yeah.
But I'm a contrarian, so I be doing stuff like that. Like, yeah, I was, yeah. My mama had to come to school because I didn't stand up and say the pledge.
Yeah, that's called indoctrination.
It's like I ain't pledged my allegiance to that flag. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to call you, call mama. And for the rest of the year, I stood up there like this. I just put my hand on I ain't say nothing. Yeah, that was me. I'm not saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
They can keep that.
No, I'm not. Your mother's, I got whooped. I ain't gonna even lie. I still got an ass whooping, but
you got whooped because mom ain't know no better.
Then I just put my hands in my pockets and just stand there.
Man, if my son's teacher ever called me say he ain't staying up for the pledge, I'll be like, and your feelings are hurt.
We talking about the 70s.
I know. I'm talking about
now. About the 70s, and we talking about a black mama, and we talking about the school call.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying as a parent now.
He might have agreed with me, but I got my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't agree with me.
That was for show. But look,
it wasn't fake. It was like, is that whipping fake? And you remember how the wrestlers dude said wrestling's fake.
Is this his open hand slap, boy?
Like the shit out of him, said, is that fake? Yeah, it wasn't no fake.
That's an open hand slap, boy. Is that fake? Hey, look. But look, I'm gonna go back to what you were saying about the them other groups infiltrating or wanting to be part of white supremacy. I was watching this thing today, and it kind of ties in with our Sent Marshall, and that was they were interviewing an Asian woman, and they were saying, do black ADOS descendants of slaves deserve reparations? And she's like, for what? What for? And then you have a Hispanic dude say, well, what about our reparations? And then you just see these people piling onto our stuff. Like we want to be part of their fight. We want the rewards for their fight.
I'm gonna add Marshall. I put the link out there so Marshall and Black Money can come on here and join the discussion, man. They having a good conversation.
Oh boy, you don't want Marshall on here.
We want Mr. Pepper striped on here, peppermint striped on here, man.
Here we go.
But I would say that there are some sections, there are some populations of black men that are on an upward trajectory.
Yeah.
And there are some people that are status quo.
What would be the age range of the ones on the upward?
I would say probably 35 and over. And I would say that the people that are on an upward trajectory really have a lot of thinkings of trying to get away from the matrix, as opposed to the people that are status quo or, on a downward trajectory. And I would say that even some people that are on an upward trajectory, that they might just be happy to be good and be content with what's going on.
As a black man, and like I said, I'm going to keep saying that.
Oh, we do want you on here. We do want you on here, Marshall. You don't got to behave and be quiet.
Nah, he ain't going to behave. And he ain't going to be quiet.
He ain't got to behave and be quiet.
Man, Marshall is militant. You don't want him on. He like
Marshall ain't militant. He's a little
whatever. He got
he got two fingers up instead of the whole fist, man. He got two fingers.
Oh, he doing that? He doing
Yeah,
this?
he doing this.
No, he not. He like this. He's sitting. I bet you he's sitting in this office with a dashiki, with that basket weave chair and a spear.
Instead of, but okay, he militant, but instead of having black combat boots, he got on black Air Force Ones.
Oh my god! And he probably pumping what's his name? Public Enemy in the background.
Hey man, I was listening to A Fear of a Black Planet the other day, man. So.
Oh yeah, man, great CD, or should I say, great tape.
But yeah, the plight of the black man. That's what we're speaking on tonight. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, join the chat. Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
How many folks we got watching?
3 right now. It was up to 6.
What? Come on. Can we get up to 10 people?
Yeah, share this out. We want 10 people in here dialoguing with us, and we want 100 views. Last week's show was at 73. We're trying to get 27 more views. We're trying to get to 100 views. Help us get to 100 views. Help me get to 300 subscribers.
Yeah, I got kids to feed.
I'm stuck at 286. I've been stuck at. Now I will say that I did get some new subscribers over the weekend for Derby, so I appreciate the new subscribers. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 300. We're trying to get 100. We're trying to get 100 views, and we're trying to get 45 likes.
Hey, Black Money got his what's the name? His first place trophy on, or his medallion on his neck.
He got on the X Clan. The red, the black, and the green with the key, sissy.
With the key. Hey man, so
the plight of the black. Where are we going? So
I know where I'm going.
So do you think we are past the point where some people are reaching back and pulling people up? Is it right now? Is it a free for all and everybody's for themselves, or are there still people that are helping, reaching back and pulling people up?
You know what, man? I will say this: I work with juveniles, and this is from age 14 to 19 that I work with, and I've been working with juveniles, Jesus, probably since '88, and this group of juveniles that we got right now, they're done. The 14, 15-year-olds, there's no redeeming quality in them at all. There's flashes are good, but it's all show. These dudes are just doing way too much, and they're not learning their lesson. They're not going anywhere. They don't care about school. They don't care about law and order or just the order of society. They do whatever they want to do. They say whatever they want to say. They jump in grown men's face. They challenge people, and they steal, they carjack, they rob.
Some of these kids even know how to get a crazy check.
A crazy what?
Check.
What's a crazy check?
From the state.
Oh. Well, they're gonna be getting checks for the rest of their lives because these kids.
That's what I'm saying, man. I know. Yeah, man. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of. Some people have been pushed to a point where they feel like their only recourse is manipulation.
And that's all they do. Dude, when I say I
manipulate the system going on.
When I work with these kids and I see them doing the worst of the worst, and I'm sitting back and I'm watching this, or they say, "Yo, remember Johnny who ran away or he escaped? Yeah, man. He did this, and this, and this, and this." And I'm like, "He did what?" And it'd be so heinous.
Is it a real blue check? Yeah, man. It's a lot of system manipulation, but it's a two-way street. It's the system manipulating people, and people thinking they're manipulating the system, thinking they're getting over, but they ain't doing nothing but just in a trap.
Setting themselves up,
In a
and
trap.
they can't see it.
In a trap to go nowhere.
They can't
But
see it.
then I mean, I'll be honest with you. Right now, unless you are getting a scholarship to go to college, you should get a trade.
Yeah, I really agree in that one.
College is not worth paying all that money and being in debt.
No,
I'm a prime example of it. I said I'm gonna take these loans out. It's an investment in myself. I'm gonna get the job. I'm gonna pay these loans back. Man, nah.
it's a hustle. College is a hustle.
Hey man, this right here this right here will tell you how much of a scam that the college loan system was.
Yeah, especially since the Supreme Court jumped in there and did their
They
thing.
would give you $10,000. My tuition wasn't. I was an in-state student. Once I came back home from Clark, Atlanta, I was an in-state student in Kentucky. My tuition was probably about my tuition, and for me to live on campus was probably about $3,000.
That's
They
about
gave
right.
me $10,000.
That's a setup.
So basically, after my loans was paid, I mean after my classes was paid for, and all my books was paid for, and my tuitions was paid for, basically I got a check for like $6,000. Now, me being a person that had never been taught about economics or money or any of that type of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
bought a car, I moved
Mm-hmm.
off campus. I paid my rent for the year. I did. I mean, where I should have took that money and bought a house and rented it out to the dudes that I was cool with. Paid the house off and then rented it out. But no, I took that $6,000 and I was walking around. I was nigger rich for about 4 weeks.
You was hood rich.
I was nigger rich for about 4 weeks. Hood rich, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. But what I'm saying, it was a reoccurring process after every semester. August, I knew I was going to have $6,000 in my pocket after my tuition paid. January, I knew I was going to have another $6,000 in my pocket after my. So it was like, it was, and they would give, what I'm saying is they would just give it to you. I couldn't get a loan to get a car, but I could get $10,000 to pay for $2,000 worth of college. And then when I got to graduate school, we'll give you $20,000. I couldn't get a loan to get a car, but y'all give me $20,000 to pay for $5,000 worth of graduate school.
That's the hustle.
And I was a dummy.
No, you weren't given the tools in high school in order to function as an adult.
But then I learned
Yeah, but
when
you
I
learned
got
too
into
late.
my 30s.
Yeah, you learned too late.
So now it's like, yeah. So basically, and I don't know what's going on. And I will say this: anybody who has had student loans for over 25 years, if you have had student loans for over 25 years, they
Ooh.
may have. What I'm saying is they may have dropped off of your credit report, because a couple of my credit reports, my student loans have dropped off completely. Couple of my credit reports, they haven't dropped off. So I don't know what is really going on with the federal loan repayment system, but
It's some voodoo.
What I'm saying is, just like they got rid of predatory lending and they told those people they didn't have to pay those predatory loans back and they wiped this. That's what I mean. Student loans was the biggest predatory lending operation ever. We ain't even gonna talk. I mean, college loan system messed up more people than any payday service that messed up. Any payday loan place. The federal student loan program messed up way more people's credit than payday loans. But student loans was the biggest payday loans because they wasn't even checking credit. I know people that went to school, went to syllabus week, got their refund check, and dropped out of school. And went and did whatever they did with their 5 stacks. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. What's going on, Trucker? My brother Trucker Z. Go over and check my homie out. He's up in Canada, upstate New York, all over the place. Driving around. He had a flat the other day. He had to wait for the repair people to come get him. But yeah, check out my homeboy Trucker Z. He might be he may be singing karaoke. You never know. He might be driving. You never know.
He's doing driving and karaoke at the same time.
Man, Trucker Z's over driving the truck and doing karaoke at the same time, man. But yeah, that's why they don't teach personal finance. I didn't really learn personal finance till I got into my 30s. But what was crazy was I had been doing my taxes since I was 18. But I couldn't, man, I'm talking about, man, I'm just being truthful. I had like 3 checking accounts, man, that was in check systems. I had to get out of check systems, right? To the point where I was like, I don't want no checks. I just want an ATM card. I don't want no checks. I didn't want none of that shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff. But yeah, I really did not know nothing about personal finances. And then my mother was like, boy, you still taking them loans out? And I was like, well, yeah, mom, I ain't got work. I'm just going to school, concentrating on school. Now, I did get my degree and I did get my master's degree, but I really don't think that the money that it took for me to get it was really worth it. I don't. Now, I make good money. Now, who's to say if I didn't get my degrees that I wouldn't be making the money that I'm making now? But I'm just being perfectly honest. I know them student loans ain't never getting paid. They not getting that money from me.
Oh, you talk about your loans?
Oh yeah, they not getting that money from me. Where they gonna get it from?
I'm surprised they ain't garnish your wages.
They can't garnish your wages for no student loans.
Yes, they made a law. Supreme Court.
Not if you play to manipulate the system and do the paperwork like you're supposed to do. Man, them people, man. I got buddies that's got, and I'm thinking that my stuff is bad. I got buddies that went to medical school. Their student loans is in the 200,000s. Man, that money, come on, man. That was predatory lending at its finest.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, man, they told a black man to go to college and set us up for failure. Set us up for failure. Really, the way that they set it up, man, it's the reason you have these hobo relationships. We're gonna have to no, for real. For real.
I don't think them homosexuals went to school.
a whole lot of them homosexuals did go to school and they can't get no house and they can't get no apartment on their own because, yeah, man. Think about this, man. Think about this, Gardner. Think about how many people you know that's over 35 in the DMV that got roommates.
I can't think of anyone, dude.
I know a whole bunch.
I don't deal with a lot of folks.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the DMV is really an area where either you're going to struggle and live by yourself, have a hobo relationship where y'all split in half, y'all roommates.
Well, that's not hobo if you're splitting. Usually the hobo is just driving the car and watching the kids and cooking.
That could be a man or a woman. It's hobo women and hobo men. Or you married. Or you got a roommate. Hey, man, them senators and congressmen, they got roommates. They not trying to, the senators and the congressmen make money and they not trying to pay $2,000-$3,000 in rent. They gonna get another senator, another congressman. We're gonna share this apartment.
I don't know if that's smart or sad.
No, it just shows you that people are greedy. Yeah, man. I mean, think about that, man. People 35 and over, because of student loans, they can't buy a house. They can't live on their own.
Yeah, they live with the mom. They live with the mama.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of people we might have to do it's a lot of people that's 30. It's a lot of people that's 35 and over that are going back home to live with their parents. A lot.
Yeah. Hey, it's real out here, bro. It's real.
Hey, man. A lot. It's a lot of people out here. They got roommates or they done went home.
They couch surfing.
I don't know what you would call it.
I think I heard about that. Black Money.
He said, I remind him of Dave Chappelle. Man, I love Dave Chappelle, but that dude is a savant when it comes to funniness. If I only had a 1% of his funniness, I'll be.
But yeah, Black Money talk about the congressman. I think that's the black congressman who credits bad.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. It's a lot of senators and congressmen in the DMV area that have roommates. Believe that. Hey, what right there? I mean, if a senator and a congressman really need a roommate, then you know a brother. Yeah, man.
I told you it's rough out in these streets. It's not a game.
It's not a game. And if you're a black man and you don't have a trade or you don't have a degree,
you can't even compete with an immigrant.
You can't even compete with an immigrant. Because the immigrant, you'll go out there and the immigrant will be sitting in front of Home Depot.
Yep.
Whatever job you got for him, he gonna do it. We ain't gonna do that. People, hey man, a whole lot of people messed up because of pride. Oh man, I can't do that, man. I ain't doing that. If you ain't got no money, you better change your way of thinking.
Oh, what's that, man? That don't look like wine. What's that you sipping on?
It's wine.
That's wine? Is that the Snoop Dogg?
Nah, man, it's Global Cuvée from Cooper's Hawk.
Okay, you didn't talk about the drink of the night.
The drink of the night is Global Cuvée.
Put it up to the camera so everybody can see it.
Global Cuvée.
Dark white,
What's red? It's
red.
red, kind of dry. It's got a really nice. It's got a sweet. It's got sweet aftertones. Um, yeah, I gotta go back. I got like 10 bottles. I need to go pick up a few.
You getting low.
Yeah, my little bar is it's getting low. I haven't really bought anything in a few months. But the plight of the black man. I think we're at a point where we gotta reach back to the youth.
Dude, the youth are not listening. I can tell you that right now. You know, here's one thing I would say to
You work with the youth.
here's one thing I say to the youth every time. When we have a kid in there and they're not doing what they're supposed to do and they look like they're spinning, most kids want to talk about stupid stuff like rappers popping other rappers and stupid stuff. And I always tell them, I'll conversate with you if you want to talk about something that's going to enhance your knowledge.
You will converse with them.
And the thing is this, you'll have so many black men working at the agency that has an expertise in something. And I'll be telling these kids, tug on someone's ear. Talk to Joe over there about he knows how to do stocks. Talk to him, he knows how to buy homes. Talk to him, he knows how to, he knows the in and outs of how to get a car. And I said, you got something like 200-300 years worth of education and knowledge in this building. And you want to stay stuck on stupid when you can try to get ahead of the game. Nah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather gang bang. This is my block. No, it ain't your block.
It ain't your block, man.
That's your block, homeboy.
Just own it till you gone.
Yeah.
Just own it till you gone.
That's the plight of the young folk. You know what? To be honest, man, a real big part of me gave up on these kids.
Nah, man, you can't give up, man. Nah. There's some knuckleheads, but there's some good ones out there too, man. There's some good ones, man. Nah. It ain't no good ones where you at.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
It ain't no good ones where you work at, because you work at.
I mean,
you working with Pookie and Ray Ray.
Man, these fools, man, these kids be kidnapping folks. It's like, what kind of mess is that?
Kidnapping.
Yeah, I'm in here for kidnapping. I was like, I'll be looking at them like, for real?
Lucky you ain't 18, because kidnapping, you can get 25 to life kidnapping somebody.
Stupid stuff. Oh, we got an ongoing case I can't talk about right now, man. But those kids, when they escaped, the stuff that they did when they escaped, it's like a laundry list of things that they did. And I'm like, hold on a second, they did what? I was like, wow. And it's just like, well, I don't understand why I got served time. I'd rather go back home.
Ain't nobody letting you go home. We should chain you to the bed.
That's the craziness. Yeah, I kidnapped dude, but I'd rather be home. Why I gotta come here? See, this disassociation from reality. That's why I said there's no hope for these kids.
I mean, there's some hope, man.
Come on, man.
I don't know how to.
Dude, come on, man. When we was 15 years old, did you even think about kidnapping anyone at 15? Did you even think about owning a gun at 15?
Hell no.
I mean, it's just the wildest stuff, man. It's just.
But I was around people that did have guns when I was 15.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, on average, man, a 15-year-old back in our day didn't carry guns. We didn't do stupid stuff like that. We weren't robbing folks at 15.
No, I wasn't.
You had some outliers. You got outliers, but the exception doesn't make the rule.
Right. Yeah.
Generally, people At 15 years old, we was playing in dirt.
Nah, most of the dudes I know was 15. If they was doing anything, they was selling drugs.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that's not when I came
I
when I
know
was
no dude that was really running around here popping. Nah,
yeah, when I was coming up, man, I ain't see a lot of that nonsense.
yeah. I mean, when I would go to Chicago to see my cousins lived in Inglewood, so I didn't seen 12 and 13-year-old gang leaders, and
Yeah.
I
But
didn't.
like I
Yeah,
said, back in our day,
but that wasn't the norm. When
no,
I
it
would go to
wasn't.
Chicago, the stuff that I would see in Inglewood and Southside, that wasn't the norm of what I would see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But going to, I mean, like I said, I have family in Inglewood and Southside Chicago, and I got family in Corona in New York, and I got family in Queens in New York. So I done been to places I done seen different stuff that I knew. Yeah, I mean, you got family that live in them parts, and you done visited. Yeah, you kind of know what to do and what not to do, how to move and how not to move, because you see stuff. You see what can be the consequences of not moving right.
You know
But these look like you said, these kids now.
well, the biggest thing that they're doing now is they're trying to convince all the counselors to change their way of counseling, and it's more or less feelings.
Coddling. That's what they
Exactly.
want y'all to do now. They want y'all to counsel. They want y'all to coddle.
It's called pussification of boys, turning them to sissies.
Yeah, pussification.
Yeah, man. You got to think about their emotions and their feelings, and don't challenge them. And if they say something, just say something one time, correct them one time, but after that, don't say anything else, and just write the notes and all that. Man, this is what's happening to our kids. And then they get into a group home. We got a chef. They get 5 meals a day. They get to play basketball. They get to make crafts, and they're sitting at me. They're sitting there looking at me, saying, "Can we go work out?" And I'm saying to myself, "Man, you locked up." Oh, they didn't let us go bike riding the other day, and I'm looking at them, and y'all locked up. You're locked up, and you talk about bike riding, and they got all these. They go to the movie theater, they go to the pool, they go play basketball at a gym. They got
So
all.
okay, with you saying all of that,
It's soft.
do you
It's
think
soft.
they're reinforcing what these dudes are doing? And these dudes like coming back. Excuse me.
No,
They like coming back to jail.
no. That's not even the issue. The issue is this: if you commit a crime such as kidnapping, why are you playing basketball? Why are you playing cards and Xbox? You kidnap someone. What I'm saying is the system's so soft to these kids that they have no real life consequences. Dude,
Like
who
money got a
spit,
question for you.
hold on a second. Who spits in a 6 foot 4 or 5 man's face as a kid?
The same dude that spit in that one dude's coffee cup.
But 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 what I'm saying is you're a little dude and you got the huevos to spit in a grown man's face and know that you ain't gonna do nothing about it. What would happen if that kid did that and the dude was in the streets? He would have
Oh,
got he would have got disassembled.
oh yeah.
He would have got disassembled. But
Manipulation.
said b-ballers like the he said kidnappers like the b-ball.
Yeah,
Man,
man,
all them
kidnappers
kids like to play
people
ball,
too.
man.
Are these guys? But Black Money had a question for you. He said, "Are these guys locked up because of mental, or orphans, or are they delinquent?"
All
I
all
gotta do
all of
something
it.
real quick.
All of the above. The biggest situation we have is we have a lot of Hispanic kids. And unfortunately, if you are a Hispanic kid, you live in a Hispanic neighborhood. And unfortunately, you're made to join a gang. If you don't join a gang, you catch a serious beat down on sight. So a lot of these kids feel pressured to join a MS-13 or
Well, it was a lot of MS-13 in Virginia.
yeah, and they're pressured to join, and then after that, they love it.
Oh, they threw the book at that dude, the janitor who was beating off into people's water bottles. Yeah, they threw the book at that. I think that dude got 25 years.
How old was he?
He was a grown ass man. He was one of the he was one of the office cleaners. And he was coming in, he was jacking off into the lady. Well, I don't know if you can say that, but yeah, he was doing it into the lady's water bottle, and she got sick. And they went back and looked at the video, and he's on video, yeah, playing with his tallywhacker.
Yeah, he was shaving his carrot.
Beulah Browbricker came in, he was playing with his tallywhacker.
Years before I got at the group home, they had this one kid that spit in the counselor's coffee, unbeknownst to the counselor.
Yeah, we talked about that.
No, this was before I even got there.
Oh no,
years ago. Well, the kid had TB, so guess what the counselor got?
TB.
See, that's and see, there's no way on the God's green earth where I can see my hands not around that kid's throat. The hell with the job. You got to go.
The hell with the job, but you don't want to go to jail.
Dude, you give me TB, something I can't get rid of, you got to go, man. You got to go.
Damn, Murph.
You got to go, man. Dude, just imagine you can give that to your loved ones. You got to be extra careful.
Hey, man. Man. Did you see the video about the little girl? Did you see the video about the little 18-year-old girl that was at some party?
I didn't see the video, but I thought I saw her talking about it and said she was drunk and she didn't know what was going on.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, you know what? That's part of dude. If I'm hearing it correctly, that's partly dude's fault, too.
Yeah, you don't just walk into the bathroom stall and put your schlong in somebody.
Yeah, playing raw dog.
But, yeah, damn, man, to be 18 years old and get something that you can't get rid of for the rest of your life?
See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I don't know how I would take that.
Like I said, hands around the throat.
I don't know how I would take that.
Hands around the throat.
But
there's no real life consequences, man, for our kids. And I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I guess I can say our kids. Even
though so basically, what you're saying that depending on what your age is, could depend on what your plight is gonna be.
Yes and no. As far as their plight, here's what I see for these kids right now. They're doing their heads in the cloud this year, and they're doing so many stupid things that they don't see. See, right now, when I go to work, I'm the enemy. They don't like me. I'm the enemy because I have to instruct them what to do. And I'm like, no, I'm not the real enemy. You're going to meet the real enemy when you're like 30 years old, when you're 40 years old, and you try to get a loan, and you try to live in a neighborhood, and you try to get a car. I said, then you're going to find out who the real enemy is, or who the real enemy was the whole time. That's what you're going to find out, and it's going to be too late.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you came across any of the guys that came through your program that are doing good?
Yes. Yes. I can honestly say the ones that I bumped into, I can probably say I can count on one hand.
Okay, now, okay. What's the reoccurring theme in the psyche of those guys? That do you remember them, and how were they when they were in your program?
Most of the time, no. Unless they stood out.
So when they run up on you, do they say the stuff that you talked to me about really helped me? I mean, how are they come when you see them and you see them? How do they approach you?
I had one story where one of the guys who he was on my caseload. He called up maybe 2 years later, and I happened to answer the phone, and he was talking to me. And the one thing that he said to me that made me feel as though I was doing good work was he's like, "You remember when you told me that good things happen to good people?" And I was like, "Yeah, I always say that. That's my thing." He said, "Well, he didn't. He was a great artist. Like he's good at sculpting and drawing and stuff, and he was colorblind.
Okay.
And he said that he had went to like a NA meeting, and they had some kind of contest where if you were such and such, you can get a whole bunch of money to go to school." And he left out of there almost in tears. And he was saying, one of the guys, like, "Man, what's going on?" He said, "I want to do it, but I don't have the money." He said the guy gave him the money to do it. And he said, "You always said to me, when you're good, good things happen to good people." So that was very heartfelt. And the second story I can tell you real quick. I had
No,
this
tell them
one.
you don't gotta be quick. We got
Okay.
24 minutes.
I had this one guy that was a gangbanger, and I think he was the opposite gang of MS-13. They had a rivalry.
12th
So
Street.
nah, it wasn't. He wasn't Torsi. He was Southside Locos,
Oh, okay.
and he was like really a mischievous kid. Well, I actually saw him in Maryland, which was different, and it was close to my neighborhood. And I saw him like maybe 3 times just out and about. And one time when I saw him, he saw me from across the parking lot, and he was yelling my name and waving, like getting my attention. And he had this grin on his face that was from ear to ear. And he was walking with a girl who was pregnant. And he was like, "Yo, that's me. That's me." And he was just so excited that this girl was pregnant with his kid. And then I saw him another time, and he was like, "I got a job, I'm making good money. I work at Jiffy Lube. I'm doing this." And he was just so excited. And just to see his energy made me feel good.
Yeah, man. You always
Made
want
me
to
feel
see
good.
it. And that's what I mean, man.
Yeah.
No
But
matter no matter where you come from or what background you come from, you can still be on the upward trajectory.
and that's what I keep telling these dudes. But you know what, dude? I've been at this company now. Wow. Next year be 20 years. And out of the 400 boys that I've seen,
In your 20 years.
I can only count five, like 5 kids that are actually successful. And that's crazy, man. The number of kids that come through that place that just don't get it. They just never learn. And some of them just don't make it. They're sitting in their car and all of a sudden they get deleted. Some OD.
Well, you've
Some
had cases where some of your former students have been murdered and have.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. A lot of them. A lot of them are downstate doing big time, 25,
Basically,
30
they went to
years.
they went from the juvenile delinquency to the to the penitentiary.
Yep, big time. We had one kid that came through there, and this is a recent story. Um, he and his allegedly he and his girlfriend were selling opioids,
Uh,
no, fentanyl pills out of their trailer, and apparently one of the little pills fell on the floor. 2-year daughter got it, ingested it, done.
wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
hey, hey, Black Money. I'm on an upward journey at 51, brother. So yeah, man. I'm gonna be constantly elevating until it's over. I'm constantly elevating until it's over.
Yeah, man. But the girl and the dude, man, they're facing 25 apiece. So that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. You know,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, accidental shootings, accidental deaths, mob assault, just jumping on people at random and filming it, and then the police somehow get a hold of that film. Yeah, man, man, dude, it's like a laundry list of stuff that these kids do, and you just looking at them like, what are you thinking? I'm clever, I'm smart. They can never catch me.
How many of the people? How many? What percentage of the kids that come, the children that come through your program, would you say come from two parent homes?
I would say, let's say out of 10 kids, I would say probably three.
Thirty
And then
percent.
yeah, and then some of them bounce in between both parents. Like both parents are working
So you
with
have
the
to,
kid.
yeah.
Yes. So is that or the dad is in El Salvador. He went back home and he's like later for y'all. And
Wow.
the mom's struggling and the kid is pissed.
So would you say that? Okay, the way that you're talking is that a lot of it's a higher percentage of Hispanic kids that come through your program as opposed to black and white kids.
Put it this way: when I first got there, it was majority black with a few white speckled in. You'd be lucky to see one Asian, and then next thing you know, then you'll see like Arabic in there.
Black money man, you should come up here on the panel, man. Black money said he sees them every day. And he said, yeah, he made the choices to change the situation. And I've watched some of Black Money's videos, and he talks about how he made that change, and he talks about how his children.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it can be, yeah, stuff can happen and make you have to make that change. So, would you say that the percentage of out of that 30%, would you say that those are the children that make it through your program, or is this, or now that don't that's not really a factor in them making it and becoming a better person?
No, that's not a factor. I think it's just a choice of certain kids get tired of being away from home. Certain kids get tired of not doing regular kid stuff. You know, like having girlfriends, going to the movie theaters, going to parties. You know, getting a first job. Those what do they call it, life markers, or I forgot how they say it. But it's just certain things they keep missing out on, and then they realize that, hey, I'm 27 and I've never done this, or I'm 27 now and I've always been locked up. You know, ever since I was 14, I've been in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then some get tired of it. Some just keep saying, "Well, I'm gonna be smarter next time."
Now, with that being said, have you had have you had I'm gonna call them students.
Degrees warmer than today,
Yeah,
says
they're not students, but okay.
Waldorf.
I don't want to call them prisoners.
They're criminals. They're adjudicated youth. How about that?
Okay. Okay. How many have come? How many have you seen more than once?
We've recently started bringing kids back for some strange reason. Usually it'd be like once they finish the program
They go to another program.
or they go home. The one kid that spit on the water bottle, that kid, I saw him at our facility twice, which is rare. When I was working over at the juvenile detention center, I was only there 2 months. He came through 3 times.
Damn.
And then I heard he was serving time in Arlington before that. So he got caught, served time in Arlington, came to Fairfax, went home, came back to Fairfax, went home, came back to Fairfax, went into another program. Then he came back into our program. Armed robbery, drug offense, stolen car. And it was just one thing after
So basically, they just when he
another.
turns 18, he's going to jail.
He has, at this point right now, as we speak, we call it downstate, which is Richmond. And that's lockup for juveniles, like long-term lockup for juveniles.
Yeah, he ain't getting out till he's 18, 19.
He's on his way. He's on his way.
He's on his way.
He's on his way. If he ain't there already,
he's at gladiator school now.
And it's real, because here's the issue with going down there that these kids don't understand. You from Fairfax, they consider Fairfax rich.
Yeah.
Now you going down south to Richmond, where they poor. I don't care what gang you in, but you from the rich people neighborhood. We don't like you, so we're gonna lay hands on you every time we see you. And that's when he's gonna wake up and say, "Oh, this real."
Yeah, they had gladiator school.
Beaumont, I think Natural Bridge, I think closed, but Beaumont, I believe, is in Richmond. So if Richmond and Beaumont are the same thing, yes, I've heard of Beaumont. Natural Bridge, wow. I've been to Natural Bridge one time, dude. That's like 100 miles from Fairfax. It is out there. It's beautiful, though. It is beautiful, and the kids can't run because there's nowhere to run, because it's 100 miles away.
They fenced in.
No, it's 100 miles away, dude. Ain't nothing around it. You can't run. See, in Fairfax, you can run and you could be in Chantilly.
Yeah. That's like that jail that when I was in Columbia. You know, it's a jail right up the street from where I lived at in Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
It was in
yeah, I had kids there too when I was working.
It was it's in Jessup. The Jessup jail. Jessup, a correctional facility. But I think it was a medium security.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a person that was over at Jessup. So, yeah, man. So
I think somebody got out of her a couple times, man, but they called them. I mean,
we get kids that run, and I'm like, where you going? You're 15. You don't have no resources.
You ain't got no clothes. You still got your uniform on. Come on, man. Get in this car, man. We take you back.
Hey, man.
Don't make me chase you.
But yeah.
Black Money said he was a student.
I mean, my thing, if you get caught up in some riffraff, the thing is, can you get yourself out of it and stay out of it? You know, and I always say to the boys, I was like, look, man, I said, no one's perfect. Stop trying to be perfect and saying you don't do stuff. You do stuff. You're in here. Stop thinking that, oh, I can't do this or this. You slipped up. You made a mistake. Get over it.
I ain't mean cut you off.
No,
yeah, but they do need to get over it and straighten up. They do need to do that. But Black Money, did you have a support system that helped you when you was matriculating through the school? Did you have a support system that backed you up, that basically had your back, that you had somebody that you could lean on, you could talk to, things of that nature? Or did you have to do this alone?
He said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you need a support system. You
that's
need
what I was gonna say, man. You need it. For something like that, you have to have a support. People that care, people that really know you and care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then a lot of the students that end up in them situations are smart, honor roll students.
The group I'm running into now, they stupid. I had a debate with one of the counselors when they was like, we got this kid that came in. They say, yo, man, he's real smart. He stopped school and he's working on his GED. He's like light years ahead of the other kids, and he's blah, 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 blah. And I looked at the counselor, I said, he ain't smart. What do you mean he ain't smart? I said, he's stupid. What do you mean he's stupid? I say, he in here. If you smart, you're not in here.
But I think that, but I wouldn't say that, because I think that sometimes a smart person can be in a situation and end up in there.
I'm not that smart, and I never ended up there. It's a choice.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, there are smart people, youngsters, that may not have the same support system that you had. And they may have to do certain things to survive and end up in there, but that don't take away from them being smart. They just made some stupid choices.
Still not smart.
Still smart.
No,
what I'm saying is
smart decisions.
What I'm saying is you never ended up in jail. But would you say that every choice you made was a smart one?
Smart enough to stay out of jail.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is sometimes you can make mistakes that put you in jail.
Yeah, but see, I didn't make mistakes like that to put myself.
No, you didn't. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that has anything to do with smartness. I think it has to do with environment.
Because I know some kids, like when I used to work for the Center for Mental Health, I had some kids in there that had ADHD. Instead of being a terror, they actually apply themselves. And I'm like, wow. You see, they didn't use that as an excuse. See, now where I work at right now, if a kid has ADHD, he off the hook. He jumping in people's face. He's spitting on people. He's trying to fight. But you get a person with ADHD and they say, you know what? And they focus on their work. And they focus on their books. And they focus on the right things. To me, that's smart. You got
to okay. That's smart. But what I'm saying is they're in jail. But what I'm saying is they could have made a choice. Passion, spur of the moment, anything. They could have made one bad choice that put them in there. And I'm saying that one bad choice don't take away from their smartness.
Yeah, well,
they just made a dumb decision.
I made dumb decisions, but I've never been in jail.
Okay, Len Bias was one night away from getting drafted #1 in the draft. He made a dumb decision to snort cocaine. That one decision cost him his life. Now, there are other people that have made decisions, the consequences weren't as bad. But what I'm saying is, just because he made that one decision that cost him his life, I don't think that takes away from the smartness of the greatness of him as a human. He just made a mistake, man.
He ain't made no mistake. He made a choice. He made a dumb choice, not a smart choice. It's a dumb choice.
He made a mistake.
It was a choice.
It was a choice, but it was a mistake.
How's it a mistake when if you know that crack can kill you?
Because what I'm saying is he didn't go into that situation saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to die. I'm going to die the night before the draft.
He should have.
Because the other dudes did the coke and they didn't die. What I'm saying, man, is some choices.
Would you eat don't make me skinny? Yeah, would you eat don't make me skinny? I say that to the boys all the time. Nah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna get off because he did it. And I'm like, he's a different person than you. He's gonna have a different judge. It's gonna be a different day. It's gonna be a different time, different lawyer, different circumstances. I said, don't go off of what he did to think it's gonna happen to you. So Lynn should have said, they did that. My mama always told me don't smoke crack. I'm not doing it. I'm good. I got to get up early in the morning.
And I understand that. I understand what you're saying. And what I'm saying is that one choice don't take away from a person's smartness.
If you say so.
Bad choice is a bad. It was man.
I was smart enough to
mean,
never lose my freedom.
I mean, I have done dumb things.
So if I
was lucky that they didn't have the consequences of going to jail or something.
Yeah.
I have been in situations where I got pulled over. I don't know what it was about me, but I've had instances where police let me go in certain situations. I had situations where police could have just gave me a summons and told me to go to jail, but nah, he gave me a ticket and locked me up for the weekend. Just really depends on, I mean, shit happens. And I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky that the choices I have made, I have been able to maneuver this mousetrap. I'm not gonna say unscathed.
That just makes you smart. That's what I'm just trying. That's my point.
I didn't. What I'm saying is, I've made dumb choices.
It's called being a human.
I've made dumb choices that just didn't get caught.
Yeah, it's called being a human.
I'm saying this, man, sometimes you just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think what I'm saying is I don't think fate has anything to do with smartness. It does because you put yourself in certain situations, you know, you're gonna have a different fate. But my thing is people make choices.
Yeah.
Sometimes those choices have different consequences.
Yeah. You know, just like we have a kid, like you probably been in this situation before. One of your homeboys pull up, say, yo, man, let's roll, man. And you notice they're in his car. You like, nah, I'm good, bro. Whereas these kids today, someone pull up and they 15 years old, they pull up in the car and say, hey, man, let's roll. Okay. And they hop in the car.
I didn't been in that situation. I didn't get in.
Exactly. The difference now is these kids, they would get in.
Some of them, not all of them, some of them.
What
I'm saying is just on that same account that I didn't make that choice, I've done other stuff.
Yeah. That's just an example.
Stuff that I mean, stuff that, yeah.
And see, I'm looking at Black Money. See, my issue when I was coming up is I learned from other people's mistakes. I watched what they did, and I saw them get hemmed up, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I
learned from other people's mistakes. I also learned from the ass whoopings that I got too. Because the thing is you make mistakes, you just don't make the mistakes over and over.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, man. Your mom's belt game is vicious.
Huh?
Your mom's belt game.
Oh, my belt, switch, extension cord, hanger. She was a black belt in every discipline. Shoe, heel, piece of wood, a quarter,
racetrack.
Yeah, my mother has certifications in every discipline of discipline.
Oh man, did she have the flip flop?
6-degree black belt. In whatever discipline of switch, she was even an expert at make you go get the switch.
Oh shoot. She was a superior in the dojo, man.
Yeah, man.
But you know what though? Since we're in the soft age now, and parents don't whip their kids, look at the result.
Now, peep this though. We are in the soft age.
Yeah, these boys.
I'm gonna tell you how we're in the soft age. I remember one time I was about 10. And I wanted the bath water hot. So I rolled all hot, like mostly hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, my daddy made me get in that shit. Say you want hot water, goddamn it? You done read all this hot water here? You gonna get in that shit? Yeah, it just take one time.
Yeah.
Now sit in it. I was like, okay, I got my feet down. Sit in it. Sit in it.
I knew you had to cup the boys. You had to hold the boys.
My mother came in. My mother was so mad. My skin was red as man. My mother cussed my daddy out. My skin was red as hell. He said, I told that boy, let me run the bath water. He's going to run out hot water. I made him get it. Yeah, he made me get it. Yeah. I didn't run the water again.
Yeah, you got it, Dad.
I got stories.
I'll sit back.
I got stories when it comes to discipline, because I was bad. I was real smart. I was bored in school. Yeah, I got whooped in front of class one time. My mom ain't gonna. Yeah, my mom was cool. Yeah, mama came up there, bend over the desk.
She gave you that tune up.
She gave me that tune. Yeah, she gave me the tune up. Tuned me up.
Ooh, I know you was running.
I was real smart, but I was bad. I was bored. I would be done with my work. I was bored. I'd be elbowing. I'm done. And then the teacher would, oh, you're done? Let me grade it. Oh, she graded 100. Yeah, I told you I was done with it. That was me. Then I'm gonna have to call you. Yeah, Aaron, you was acting up. Oh, yeah. Then I go home. I was a latchkey kid. I was a latchkey kid in kindergarten. So I was coming home at 12 o'clock, letting myself in, cooking breakfast, and sneak out. One time I snuck outside. My mom said, "Don't go outside till she got home." She came home. I was in the back. I was in the backyard playing two-hand touch. My mother said, "Aaron, I turned around. Said, I thought I told you don't come outside." Granddaddy said I could come in the backyard. I'm just in the. She called Granddaddy. I ain't telling man. My mother drove me down to my grandfather's house, let him whoop me for lying on him, and then took me home and whooped me again. But I ain't do that again. I learned. Yeah, I learned.
And see, that's the difference between our generation and these little sissy kids now, where you can't even touch them. You can't. Your own kid, you can't even discipline.
Man, I had so many whips and bruises on me when I was little, man. Yeah, but
how many whoopings has Jelly Bean gotten from your mom? Exactly.
My little sister didn't. My mama and my stepfather, they didn't touch my little sister. She's bad as hell. My little sister, you can't stand. My sister is me on 1,000. She didn't get touched. They don't. My mother would just yell and point at my little sister, and she'd just bust out in tears. That yell and point at me, I was over like. Yelling, I'm over here trying to hold a laugh. You laugh? Come on, there.
Yeah. Nah, she'd be like, go out to the yard and get me the number 9 switch.
Nah, if we was in church, it would just be she would just look at me and then she would grab my wrist and put that pinch on and then lead me out the back with that one little chunk of my meat stuck in between her 2 fingernails and just lead me out the back. Yeah, I was bad. Then you would just hear me. She'd take me in the basement, but you would be able to hear me all the way in the pulpit after she done pull my suit pants down and went to work.
You know what's funny though, man? I'm at the group home, right? And the kid asked me could he use the phone to call his mom, right? I'm like, yeah, just don't forget to log it after you finish making a call because they're supposed to write it down. Mm-hmm. He calls his mom, "Mom, where you at?" You supposed to be here by now, so I can go home. Did you get my Nikes? See, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. You should have told. I told you I wanted my Nikes.
Yeah, I've said that. Yeah, I remember I did that one.
Woo!
I thought we was getting some Jordans. I wanted some. You see them the Michael Jordans that came out? She said, "I got your Jordans for you. Come on, we're gonna go get your shoes. Come on." And my mother took me straight around the corner to Favor. Bought me some Gargamel boots.
No, you did not say.
We're gonna get you some Jordans, all right. We're gonna go right around here to Favor. Go ahead and pick you 2 pairs out.
Woo!
They buy one, get one free. Go.
No, you did not say Favor.
Get you, yeah. So you know me, I'm gonna be funny. I picked out 2 pair of cowboy boots. I was walking around the summer with shorts and cowboy boots. Cause I was an ad. Cause yeah, I was a 6-year-old asshole. You gonna bring me in the favor? I wanted some Jordans. You gonna bring me in the favor? Okay, I want cowboy boots and I want them suede boots. Yeah, my mother made me wear them damn cowboy boots the whole. I was the fastest little dude with cowboy boots. I had some skint up knees at some of them. But yeah, man, the plight of the black man. The plight of the black man. LOL at number 9. What's number 9?
That switch.
Oh, the switch?
Yeah, your mom said go out there and go on the tree and give me the number 9 switch. Whoa. That jump be like this.
Do something real bad. My mother go get 3 of them and braid them together like a whip. It was like my mother was like torture. Oh, man, she brought them Texas torture methods to Kentucky with her, man.
Yeah, man. She sounded like she had
Mark, yeah. By the end of the summer, Marshall, yeah, them boots was on the back porch. They was red, black, and white. That's some red, white, and black cowboy boots. At least I was a member of the Gap band. All I needed was a little hanging down on my jacket.
Woo!
Jazz band. I'm red, white, and black cowboy boots.
Singing early in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Man, you a wild boy, man.
Hey, man. Blame Wanda Castillo on that.
You know your mama watching the show, man. She gonna say,
yeah, hey, mama. I'll see you Friday. It's Mother's Day, man.
Now that's not the Trinidad colors. That was the Bulls. He wanted them Jordans. He got the red, black.
That was Louisville Cardinal colors, man. I had me some Louisville Cardinal cowboy boots.
It's like cartel plug boots.
Yeah, man. They might even, knowing me, they probably had the long tips on the toes, man. Where I was, man.
With the curl.
The long Mexican toe tips. Yeah, man. I was in the hood walking around with shorts and cowboy boots. My great grandmother's house, man. My grandmother was like, get this boy some shoes. He gonna be slipping and sliding all over the place with these cowboy boots. My mother was like, he said he wanted them goddamn things.
And Favor had a sale.
They had a sale, so I got him. Now he's gonna wear them. Yeah. Heels was all wore down on them bad boys, man.
I know they were leaning.
The heels was all wore down on them, man.
I'm done. I know the Jones is leaning.
I ain't gonna even talk about when I had to wear them corrective shoes. I couldn't wear no kicks. I had to wear corrective shoes.
I thought I did see a picture with the big white shoes.
Nah, I'm talking about the big black ones. I had flat feet. I had flat feet. I had to wear them.
Still got flat feet.
Yeah, but Back then,
Oh,
they had made you wear them buff gates.
he said
Everybody wanted me on their kickball team because I had them black joints on.
He said you used to jump up and click your heels.
Yeah. Marshall, know I'm talking about them sneaker boots. Yeah, them black sneaker boots, man. It was like some children's steel toe shoes, some children's steel toe boots. I had to wear them shits for a year, man. I was on. Everybody wanted me on the kickball team because boy, you hit that pink ball with them corrective shoes. Oh man, it was a home run, and I was sliding around the bases with them bad boys on. Hey man, you can't laugh at yourself. You can't laugh at nobody, man. Yeah, man, I had them sneaker boots.
Man, you a wild boy, man.
Yeah, black money, you know what I'm yeah, man, them black. Yeah, man. It was like some Air Force One leather. But them bad boys had a bottom and a heel on the back. Yeah, man. Trying to get man, my feet used to hurt, man. I had plantar fasciitis all the time, man, because mother always tried to give me them shoes with the damn arch in them. And I was like, my feet is flat. But yeah, the plight of the black man, you know, you got a good mama, you might have to wear some crazy shoes and get whooped.
Yeah.
We got whipped into shape. Man, you spread a rod, you spoil the child.
Man,
there's a whole lot of spoiling the child going on right now. But that's because it's legislation.
Hey, the kids are called the police on the parent.
Hey man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. We moved into the suburbs, man. The suburbs was different. White kids talk different to their parents than white kids talk crazy to their parents in the suburbs. Be like, Billy, the street lights are on. It's time to come in. Oh, hell no, Mom. We got 2 more outs in this fucking kickball game. We're going to finish and then I'll be in. I'm like, damn. My mother was like, don't you come in the house trying to talk like that. You might not be dead.
Yeah.
Like, well, Billy can talk to his mama like that if he wants to. Because I was like, hey, mama, I ain't ready. My mother just gave me the look like, come on.
I got something for you over here. Come on.
My mother was like, boy, don't you never raise your mother. Ow! Boy, don't you never raise your voice like that me again in front of nobody. Boy, you know, this ain't Billy's mama. I smack the shit out you.
She in the house braiding switches together.
For real. Yeah, man. Wanda didn't play.
Oh, yeah. I remember the street light.
Wanda still don't play.
Look, we used to call this guy when we was younger, we used to call him Street Light.
Damn, Street Light.
Yeah, man, we'd be on the porch talking to, and then everybody turned around and say, yo, man, where Lonnie? Man, that cat in the house, Street Light on. He didn't even say bye. He just snuck away.
I didn't say bye neither. You just
Street Light.
Be like, where? See me walking to the crib because, yeah. No. Because then my daddy was one, I get in trouble. My daddy was one of them daddies, he would work double. So he would get off at 11:30 and I'd be in there asleep. He's like, well, coming there to 11:45. I heard you was bad today. Get your ass up. Yeah. That's 11. Yeah, get your ass up. Yeah. Hey, mama, tell me what happened. I just got home from work. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's put the strap off. I'm like, damn,
I was asleep.
Then I'm in there at 12:15. I'm in there at 12 o'clock midnight. Like, dang, man, you really came in here at 11:45 at night and whooped me? You couldn't wait till tomorrow? Dang.
Was he smooth? Was he smooth?
Yeah. I heard what happened at school today. Get on, hey, man, pull them pants down. Play across the board. Move your hands, because I don't want to hurt your hands. Move your hands, because I don't want to hurt your hands. So, yeah, I'm going to hurt your ass, but move your hands. Put your hands up under your legs, because I don't want to hurt your hands. Like, damn. Damn, it's
Was
12,
he
15.
smooth
I'm
with it?
still in it. And if I
Was he able to
ever
get?
have some more crowd, I'm gonna come in there again.
Was he able to get the belt out with one motion? This.
And then couple it up.
Well, you know you're good if you can pull it out and couple it up with one hand and then get to swinging.
He might have did that a couple times too, but
yeah, you got to learn how to catch the end, man, and double that belt up.
Yeah, man, come in there and let. I came in, man. I didn't work the double. I've been thinking about this whooping since your mama called me at 4:00. Yeah, I'm great. Turn your ass up. It's 11. Like, dang, man, it's 11:40. Man, you ain't tired from work. Like, man, what the? I was like, man, I remember I was like, I ain't gonna never whoop my children. Fuck this. In my head, fuck this. I ain't gonna never whoop my children. Yeah, man. I'm talking about coming, wouldn't even cut the light on. Just come straight and just kick the door on and come. Get up, boy. It's bad today.
But you know what though? That motion that Marshall talk about, yeah, I had to get my son like that one time. One motion. Pulled that belt out and I caught the end. I was home and my mom was talking to me, and then I heard him in the background saying something. I'm like, what? He said, what? Man, I hopped in my car, drove my mom's house, walked in the door, and said, caught that Joan there. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, man. See, these little issues.
He good though now.
You had, yeah, what I'm saying is when you had dudes that would go to the JCY, to go to the juvenile justice or whatever. But yeah, you come out, you get your ass whooped, you come out now, they just come, come on, baby. I got some food for you. It was like,
nah, but you know what?
Yeah, nah.
No. These kids, if they're okay at the program, they get to go home for a couple of hours and they can come back. Man, these kids will come back with Gucci and all this stuff. And I'm like, why? You got locked up and your parents buying you all this stuff? Crazy.
Black money, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I grabbed the belt one time. And then, yeah, one time is all enough. My daddy hit me in the chest about 2 times with an open fist. I didn't grab the belt no more. I was like, I'd rather have the belt than have it hit me in my chest. Like, boom, boom. Who told you grab?
He gave you a 2-piece. He gave you a 2-piece spicy.
2-piece spicy to the sternum.
Yeah, man. No, and the sweet tea had no ice in it.
Man, yeah, man. I didn't play, man. I was bad. I was bad. Yeah, I was bad. Yeah, I was bad.
Yeah, man. But
2-piece spicy. No, that's the black. I saw this hat. I had to get it. It's the black Cincinnati Reds hat. I had to get this one. But yeah, I remember one time I tried to buck up to my daddy.
Dang.
The plight of this black man was almost dead that day. I think that's the day my daddy. That's the day my daddy said, "I brought you in, and I take you out." He was serious, or at least I thought he was serious. And whatever I did, I didn't do it no more.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you gonna kill? I was thinking to myself, like, damn. He said he'd kill me. I was like, I guess I don't want to do that again, because the plight has changed, because I was scared of my mom and daddy.
Facts.
I was scared of these kids now. I don't know who they scared of. They not scared of their mamas and daddy. Man, I was scared of mom. I was scared of what my mom and my daddy could do.
Yep.
and then I had a grandmother, and then a great grandmother, and a great grandfather. It was like 6 whippings, man. Man, it was. I didn't want all of that, man. That was a whole lot of. That was a whole lot of whippings to go through, and everybody wanted to get a piece if I did something real bad. So, man, I didn't want to go through all that.
Yeah, these kids.
Everybody wanted their piece. Oh, he did. Oh, bring him down here. Bring him on down here. I got something for him. Yeah, man, it was like to go take turns. Like, you want to do this? No, I'm not gonna do it again. I don't need to whoop me no more.
Yeah. That's when granddad come off the top rope on you with the elbow.
But my great grandfather was the one that was always like, leave him alone. Come on, man, leave him alone. Yeah, my great grandfather didn't whoop me. He was the one that was like, here's $1. Go get you some candy. But yeah, my grandmother, she would whoop me, and then she would be like, okay, here, baby. I didn't. It hurt me more than it hurt you. Here's some candy. I was like, it didn't hurt you. It hurt me. You whooped me. It hurt me more than it hurt you. I'll be damned if it did. But yeah, man, a whole lot of the plight of the black man is because there's no discipline.
Well, that too, man. But you know what?
We make fun of this stuff, but this was like it was a rite of passage to get your ass whooped if you did something bad. Yeah, you didn't just do nothing bad and it wasn't no go get in the corner.
Nah, that
whoop your ass and I'm gonna throw you in the corner.
Yeah.
Damn, did I say too much? I think my family was abusing me. Nah, it wasn't abuse. It was love. It was tough love.
Hey, we passed the 2-hour mark.
Shit happens, man. It happens, man. It's what we do. But your beard is starting to poke out. Stead it up on the ears. That means you get asleep.
Hey, man, I had it rough last night. I woke up. I think I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep.
That's because you took an old man nap during the day.
Nah, I don't take naps, dude. I take a nap. It's a wrap. I might take something to make me sleep tonight.
Plight of the black man. This is just the beginning. But we're gonna stop. You know what? I usually say what the topic of next week is gonna be. I think that's kind of a disservice. I think you all will find out what the next topic is gonna be on Monday.
Yeah, I like.
Thursday, Mass Appeal. I'll be back on Thursday night. I don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I'm gonna talk. And it's gonna be a good topic. I've had people that have came and they're like, the way that you talk on your lives is different than how you talk on your shorts and your. Now the lives, we're in a closed setting and we're talking. When I'm out in the public, you're gonna get I might talk a little bit of DC. You might hear some country come out. You never know what's going. But yeah. So this week, it's Mother's Day. It's not really too much going on.
Mother's Day, what, Sunday?
Mother's Day is Sunday.
It crept up on me.
So I just came back from. I already know I'm not gonna say, but yeah, I know what I'm getting my mother for Mother's Day. She's gonna be happy. She made mention of something, and I was like, she said something, and I didn't even respond to it. I said, "Oh, that's what she wants." It's not really good. I guess I'm gonna have to get one of these.
She dropping hints.
I ain't even respond. I said, "Oh, I know what I gotta do." So yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go buy my mother this little Mother's Day gift.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say it because I know she's on. I know she's watching. She's sitting up in the office in the dark, watching.
It's bedtime.
My mom be up late night on the internet. I don't know what she be doing on the internet.
Hopefully she's watching Your Weekend Gardener.
Nah, she's not looking at Your Weekend Gardener. She said she ain't messing with that dude Murph. He said he's coming to Louisville.
Look, dial it in. Dial it
Your
in.
Weekend Gardener. Even though it's Your Weekend Gardener after dark, go to Your Weekend Gardener. It's my dude. Go check out what he's talking about on his page. If you're looking for tips to grow your garden, go talk to that dude.
You
Go
might
talk to
get
that.
some comedy.
You know, if you got a bird, then you know how to get in the dirt. But hey, I got something to say about the bird, man. We're gonna have to do a show on this one. Because I saw a story where basically they said that a beard is one of the dirtiest things on a person's body. They said there's so much bacteria and gook and muck in your beard that man, you will walk around germ factory. All you dudes walking
I would
around with these
think it was.
beards talking about dark skin. Nah, if you
It ain't.
leave
It
this,
ain't the nuts.
ain't no bacteria on no bare face.
I thought it'd be the nuts.
Nah, your beard. You need to look it up, man. They said a beard holds so much bacteria that they don't understand why beards are so popular because there's so much bacteria in that shit.
You gotta keep washing it.
Hey, man. And then you walking around, it's brittle, it don't have no body, and it's just hey, yeah, man. If you got a beard, cut it off. It's a germ factory. And all you ladies talking about y'all want a man with a beard, every time he rub that shit on your face, you getting bacteria. Why your face break out the next day and you don't understand it. Like, why my face break out? It feels so yeah, because the dude done rubbed this dirty ass rug on your face.
Well, once you wash it and you go outside, you have a bonnet on it.
Yeah, and they got them. That's when you go to them restaurants and you see them dudes in there with them beard bonnets and they hook them over their ears and they beard be in a bonnet. You look like a jerk with your beard in a bonnet. Cut your beard off if you go work in a food place, walking around with a goddamn beard bonnet. You look like a cornball. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Motherfucking beard net. They got the beard in a net. Cause man, cut that shit off. Fucking beard bonnet. Now I'm cussing. I'm sorry. It's the end of the show.
Yeah, it's probably that what you drinking on.
No, this is global cuvee. It is 13%.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
But nah, you know what I'm talking about. Going to the restaurant, the dude got an afro. He got the afro in the neck, and then he got a beard, and he got the whole beard in the neck. Like, man, come on, man. You like a beekeeper in here, man. You cooking food looking like a beekeeper. But yeah, man, we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show on that. Dirty beards. Even if you think it's clean, it's dirty. You need a bare face. Y'all need a bare face man. Bare face. Look at that. No bumps. Yeah, most of you dudes with them beards, y'all be having that patch of dingleberries on the back of y'all neck right there. So I know somebody gonna have light skin jokes on the next show, but it's whatever.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the next show, man. And I'll
talk too, man. Your beard is swooped to the left.
Yeah, that means I'm tired.
I'm about to get on this game.
You said that last time, and you fell asleep with the controller in your hand.
I'm up. I'm up. About to get on this game. Or the tongue. Yeah, you right, Black Money. Or the tongue.
Oh, man.
Stay tuned for Thursday show. We'll be back. We
I'm
do what
coming
we
back
do.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was you.
It's me, but I'm gonna have you on there. Mass Appeal featuring YWG. You come in the second hour, man. You gonna come dancing in. Nah, but yes, Thursday show gonna be good. I got a good topic in mind. I got a couple topics in mind.
All right.
They both involve women.
Well, I'm gonna like talking about that.
Yeah, that's always a good topic, women.
Yes, sir.
Boy, do I got some more stories. It's Mass Appeal's date story time.
Gather around a campfire.
It might be a gasoline can how that date turned out. Yeah, but yeah. Thursday show, Mass Appeal Live, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock.
9
Show
o'clock.
will be about women. So you want to tune in to that one.
Hey, man, I don't have to work the next day. I'm off this weekend. So we're going to do a 6-hour extravaganza.
I got work Friday. You'll be on this bad boy by yourself.
Man, stop being soft.
But last time I said that, we did an 8-hour show. So, but yeah, Thursday show gonna be about the ladies. We going back to we didn't got off topic. We didn't got off topic for the last 2 weeks, but yeah, we going back to the ladies. We ain't forgot about y'all.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about the good ladies this week though.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk about y'all 504s, y'all 304s. We're gonna talk about y'all too though.
And the 704s.
What's that? The ladies that's over 50. We're gonna talk about them too. We're gonna talk about them too.
Okay. All right, man. Sign us off.
Shout out to Marshall. Shout out to Black Money.
But
if you haven't checked out Black Money Corp, go check his page out. He's gonna let you know what's going on in the Norfolk, Virginia area, Virginia Beach, Hampton. He's gonna let you know what's going on there. You can go over there. You can have good conversations with people from all over the world, Africa, the Sudan, Dubai, East Africa, West Africa, India. Anyone that you want to talk to from any corner of the world, Black Money can connect you. He's got good content. He's got even better products that he's got on his website. Go check him out. He's got a whole lot of merch. If you're looking to get some merch made, check out Black Money. He makes merch. He'll make it to the specifications of how you want it done, the colors of your t-shirts. That's what Black Money does. Go check his page out. Good content, good brother. YWG, I know that your page is about gardening. We're going to give you a shout out, man. People might not talk about gardening all the time, but if they want some tips, they can go up to your page. Subscribe to my homeboy, Your Weekend Gardener. If you're looking for the tips of what you want to do with your garden for this upcoming year. The grow season has started a little late because of the coldness of the weather. You still got time to start your garden this year. You're looking for some tips, hit that brother up. Hit that brother up.
Hey, you know what I always say though?
Hit that brother up.
You know what I always say, man, and I try to get people to focus on growing their own food. You know, going back to our roots when we first got here, how we grew our own food. You know, you look at the grocery stores and how this food sucks.
Hey,
and
man.
What they put in it. Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, Black Money.
You a wild boy, Black
Money. You see that grow tent behind him, man. He do need some of them seeds, though. He got that grow tent in the back, the lights all on 24/7. He growing potatoes. He growing maters and taters. That's what he's growing. He's growing maters and taters in that grow tent, man.
You a wild boy, man.
Some of them seeds, man. But
yeah. But hey, man, grow your own food because at least if you grow it, you know what's in it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know
And the
what's
thing about it is, if you grow it on your own, you know it ain't GMO because GMO don't have no seeds.
yeah.
But that's what we own: subsistence, self-preservation,
Mm-hmm.
growth, and knowledge. With that being said, we'll be back with our own brand of knowledge, jokes, and good times. From your weekend gardener and your boy Mass Appeal, we're out. We'll see y'all Thursday. Everybody be safe. Peace, love, blackness.
And light.